We're good to go.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. In opening the meeting, I would like to acknowledge that this meeting of the Statutory Planning Committee is being live streamed, and I welcome everyone that is logged on to the meeting today. This meeting is being recorded and will be available for viewing via the Commission's website or YouTube. I wish to advise observers that committee members may refer to technical devices such as phones and laptops throughout the meeting to assist them in considering the information before them. In opening the meeting, I acknowledge that we meet today on the traditional lands of the Whadjuk people of the Noongar Nation and pay our respects to elders past and present. We move to item 1.2, apologies and leave of absence. Attending this SPC meeting today, myself, Commissioner Cole, Commissioner Adair, Commissioner Brooks, Member Franklin, Member Harmon, Councillor Knight and Commissioner Lakey in person, and attending via Zoom is Member Moore. We move to item, sorry, are there any applications for leave of absence? No, thank you, they've all been recorded. We move to item 1.3, disclosures of interest. And on item 3.2, the development application for Dunes Beach Resort at lot 211 Quinns Road, Mindarie. Member Franklin has declared a perceived impartiality interest as a resident of Wanneroo. And on item 4.1, the City of Rockingham Town Planning Scheme number 2, amendment number 190. Member Franklin has declared an indirect pecuniary interest as she's working as a consultant as part of a team that is preparing the city's local planning scheme. And on the same item, I have declared an actual impartiality interest as the project manager for the proposed amendment. The proposed subdivision is Spatial Property Group. My son-in-law is an employee of Spatial Property Group. I will recuse myself from taking in the decision-making process for this item and leave the meeting. I have also requested that Member Franklin leave the meeting for that item. We move to item, sorry, are there any other declarations of interest? No, thank you. We move to item 1.4. Declaration of due consideration. Could all members indicate they have read the agenda? Thank you. Item 1.5, confirmation of the minutes of the meeting of the 21st of August 2024. Could I have a move and a seconder that we adopt those minutes, please? Moved by Councillor Knight, seconded by Commissioner Lakey. No dissent. Thank you very much. We move to item 2, declarations and presentations. And we have one declaration via Zoom. Thank you, Sam.
We're just promoting Kelly, who's here to make a deputation on item 3.2 on the agenda today. So Kelly will shortly join us on our video screen. Good morning, Kelly. If you can hear me, could I please ask you to turn your audio and video on?
I can hear you. I'm just waiting for the video to come on. It's restricting me at the moment. It's telling me I can't start the video. However, it was tested earlier fine, so I might be.
Okay, so we might just see if we can prompt you to start it and see whether that'll help you. So we just click those three.
Okay.
To start video.
So my name's Kelly Wheatcroft and I don't support the Dunes Beach Resort proposal. Quinns and Mindarie are residential areas of the Bush Forever area, and Old Caravan Park sites are now surrounded by houses. The caravan park was originally established on private land for farming families to holiday, and the area continues to have a family focus with a safe swimming enclosure, a play group, beach wheelchair access and a surf club. The area already comes under significant parking pressure. Can you just keep that slide up, please? The traffic study undertaken by City of Wanneroo underestimates the current beach-only use and does not allow for increased beach-only use into the future, nor does it consider nippers training requirements on Sundays at a time when beach-only and cafe breakfast patrons also use the area. Next slide, please. Nippers is for 6 to 13-year-olds and the club has approximately 1,000 members, a large number of which fall into this age group. 1.4 kilometres along the same road from this proposal, City of Wanneroo installed no parking signs on verges to prevent soccer and T-ball players and spectators parking on verges, citing safety concerns on the 1 day per week they use the oval. If this proposal goes ahead, Verge parking will be the only option for surf club members. How will club members safely access the club with young children, boards and other beach gear? How is the safety of other community members compromised when using footpaths in the area should this occur? This proposal impacts the safety of the community, and which the safety of the community should be a priority. Next slide, please. The City of Wanneroo requires 3 community events per month for 5 months of the year and 1 per month for the other 7. One would reasonably expect at least 1,000 people to attend these events, likely more. Using a City of Wanneroo numbers of 4 people per bay, that is at least 250 additional car bays required almost every weekend for 5 months, essentially double or more what would be available should this proposal go ahead. Where are people supposed to park? There are limited to no public transport services in the area to reduce parking pressure, and the existing 80 overflow car bays are not replaced as part of or alongside this proposal. Next slide, please. The Surf Club was awarded Patrol Club of the Year last season, and membership numbers continue to grow. The current proposal limits future expansion of this facility, which provides a community service for all. Next slide, please. We have been promised community access as part of this proposal. However, it is not well promoted that access is restricted from 7 a.m. until 30 minutes after sunset, unless the proponent has an event or function booked, in which case access is further restricted or denied completely. Next slide, please. This area is residential. Alkimos and Yanchep are the 2 locations where the majority of public infrastructure has been or will be developed. This proposal is predominantly an entertainment venue and not an accommodation venue, and is more in keeping with the other 2 locations. Traffic disruption in this area will be regular and significant. Next slide, please. The community wants bush, green space and barbecues, and we desperately need additional parking. But the views from residents across the City of Wanneroo, not just the local residents, have been ignored. The City of Wanneroo wants to activate an area that is space constrained, and the only possibility for future expansion is to clear the bush area, which is precious. Next slide, please. The City of Wanneroo Community Engagement Survey indicates that ratepayers of City of Wanneroo do not want this proposal. We lose a valuable community resource to private profit with nothing gained in return. We don't even cover costs. Next slide, please. This is an opportunity to support and provide for the community now and into the future. I request that you do not support this proposal on the grounds of significant traffic impact, and with limited publicly available green space, it does not support the amenity of this reserve. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Kelly. Thank you for your presentation. Committee members, are there any questions, please, of Kelly following the reputation? No, there are no questions. Thank you very much, Kelly.
Thank you, everyone, for your time.
Thank you. Members, there are 4 other written deputations. 2.2 is a written deputation concerning the reconsideration of subdivision refusal at lot 167 Aristride Avenue in Callaroo. 3.1 on the agenda. Then there are written deputations on item 3.2, the development application for Dunes Beach Resort, lot 211 Quinns Road, Minbari, at 2.3, 2.4 and 2.5. So we'll take those as read. We move then to item 3, non-confidential items for discussion, and item 3.1, reconsideration of the subdivision refusal, lot 167 Stride Avenue, Callaroo. And we're joined by Robert Hodges and Mitch Bisbee. Good morning.
Good morning.
Now, we did have on this particular matter earlier in the week. Anything you wish to add to the report?
Chairman, just to perhaps make a few brief comments on the application itself. There's a few clarifications I think that would be useful for SBC. The proposed average lot size we are talking about here is 429 square meters. It's as stated in the report. The applicant was suggesting that that was incorrect, but it is not. There is a lot of background correspondence that provided by the applicant, and I just wish to assure the SBC that all of that information was looked at and the relevant portions of it discussed in the report that is in front of you today. The city of Joondalup was consulted on this proposal. and has indicated it does not support the proposal.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you. Committee members, could I draw your attention to the fact that there is typographical error in the recommendation? Item C refers to section 4.3.1 of operational policy 1.1. It should instead refer to section 4.3.1 of OP 2.2. So 2.2 rather than. Any questions, please, of Robert? No questions, thank you. We have a recommendation before us, subject to that amendment. Do I have a mover and seconder that we adopt the recommendation? Moved by Commissioner Adair, seconded by Commissioner Brooks. No dissent. Thank you very much. Thank you, gentlemen. We move to item 3.2, the application June Beach Resort, lot 211 Queens Road, Barrie. Again, we have Robert and Mitchell joining us for this item. Robert, having heard the deputation, is there anything you wish to add?
A large number of submitters on the proposal. It's an issue which has been very carefully traversed in the officer's report based on some quite comprehensive survey information provided by the City of Wanneroo about use of the facilities that exist in this area, including the surf club, etc., and what the sort of peak use times are likely to be. The proposal itself has been formulated really to be able to work in conjunction with the other facilities that exist within the area, and does in fact provide quite a substantial amount of its own dedicated parking. As officers, we are comfortable that the parking situation that would arise with the development in place is something that is acceptable and in accordance with parking standards.
Thank you very much. Are there no questions? Commissioner Lakey, thank you.
Yeah, Chair. Just one of the comments of the deputations and discussions is about the restrict the expansion of the surf life club. Could you elaborate on that?
I think it's worth noting through you, Chair, that we're aware of a new surf life saving club regional facility planned at Alkimos for the 2026-2030 period, which will, I think, relieve some of the pressure on Quins as a surf life saving facility. So certainly currently it's a very popular facility, but as development happens further up the coast, with Alkimos coming on stream, we don't expect that there'll be undue pressure for expansion of Queen.
Do you have a timing? Is there a timing on when that Alkimos facility will be?
Do we have anything?
Yeah, it's currently planned for between 2026 to 2030, depending on availability of land from surrounding.
Thank you. Any further questions, please? Thank you, Commissioner Cole.
Yeah, I just had a question about public access. It was raised by Kelly Wheatcroft around the grassed area, but then the restricted area. Could you please expand upon that?
Yeah, so the development itself incorporates what will be a publicly accessible grassed area in front of the restaurant on the floor. So that is expected to be available during daylight hours, I think is the submitter rate. From time to time, access may be restricted. The lease agreement with the City of Wanneroo requires that be agreed to by the city before restrictions be put in place. I believe there will be some minor fencing or visually permeable around to make sure that any liquor licensing requirements might be met. In terms of public access to public open space more broadly, the city did undertake a survey before commencing the development application process and determined that recreational needs in the area are being met. That includes an existing public open space area joining this development, which includes barbecue facilities and picnic tables, and that is open without any restriction.
Okay.
Thank you. Any further questions, please? If not, do I have a mover and a seconder that we adopt the recommendation, please? By Commissioner Cole, seconded by Councillor Knight. No dissent. Thank you very much. Move to items 4. Items by the committee. The committee will now move to consideration of those items. Doing so, I seek a mover and a seconder to resolve that the meeting be as of the public. Moved by Commissioner Lakey, seconded by Mr. Harmon. No dissent. Thank you.